Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of the Weekly Rewind Live. I am your host, Banks Lee. They call me the Professor of Theme Park Economics, and class is in session. Hello, happy Sunday to everyone. Let me get the light going on here better. There it is. Hello in the chat, everyone. Seeing some usual faces in here. Lewis, Brian, Joshua, Kyle, not today, but maybe in the future. Nicole, Nathan, always good to see everyone in there. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday so far. Of course, this is the Weekly Rewind Live. We are about to take a look at the past week of our social media channels with Attractions Magazine. See what you may or may not have missed that we've covered over the past week. Hello, Jamie. Good to see you in here, sir. Sydney, always good to see you. Love you. Joshua, hello. Sup. Alan, always good to see all of you. All right, thanks so much for tuning in. Let's dive right into Twitter. Of course, you can find us on Twitter at Attractions. Let's start off this past week. Of course, a couple big things have happened, namely over at Universal Orlando. First off, if you didn't know this, at Universal's Volcano Bay, that King Julian from the Madagascar films is meeting over there. So, because not Disney, but Universal recently acquired DreamWorks Animation, so you're going to see a lot more of their animated characters around the Universal Park. So you can see King Julian there over at Volcano Bay. But what I was talking about with Universal was this past week, their brand new Aventura Hotel opened up. So this is so they're calling it a value price point hotel, about the same price as Cabana Bay, really good rates, especially in the off season. And this place has some excellent views of the surroundings. The best place to find those views would be at the top at the Bar 17 bar and grill, or not grill, but it's Bar 17. It's at the top. It's on the 17th floor. 360-degree panoramic views of all of Orlando around there. Some excellent views of Volcano Bay, of the Universal Parks, the I Drive area. You can see downtown from up there. It is such a great place to just kind of go and relax. And amazing views. So if you're not staying there and you want to see those, you can go up to the Bar 17 to see that. This is a look at the pool area. They show some movies there pretty regularly. You see they're doing Despicable Me at this time. You definitely check out our videos on our YouTube channel with some room tours, as well as a look around the Aventura Hotel. We'll have a segment about it on this upcoming Thursday's episode of the Attraction Show, so you'll be able to check that out. Before we move on here, let's see what everyone is saying in the chat here. We got a lot of people chatting us up right now. Hello, Sabrina. Sharon, Kyle, Roy, hello Roy, Marcelo from Brazil. So nice to see you in here. Paul, hello. It's okay if you're late. That's all good. Greg, hello. Yeah, the luxury Disneyland Resort was put on hold. We'll talk about that for a second. So Greg is mentioning that. Yeah, they put the resort that they were building over there at Disneyland on portions of their downtown Disney. They put it on hold. So I think it's probably, I don't know the specifics of why they did it. I'm willing to bet it's probably some feuds going on with the Anaheim City Council. They seem to be kind of always going back and forth on various projects, which is so weird that Anaheim, I mean, I know people live there, but, Anaheim wouldn't be what it is without Disneyland. So it always baffles me why they're always so opposed to a lot of Disney's projects. But you know what? I'm not into that kind of stuff, behind the scenes stuff. I don't know much about it, so I can't really say too much about that, but let's hope that they pick that project back up, because that looked like a really, really cool hotel. Hello, let's see. Next week we'll sing the entire. Yes, Kyle, I shall not sing. City, do not encourage them with the singing, please. Don't do that. Hello, David. Hello, David. All right, let's move on over back onto Twitter here. Big thing that happened this past week. When you see those inflated pumpkins, you know that means Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is upon us. And yes, don't check your calendars. It's still August. It's August 19th. And yeah, they've already started the Halloween parties over at Magic Kingdom. This is definitely the earliest that they've ever been going on. Uh-oh. It's okay, Oliver. It's okay. Yeah, it's just so weird. We were there for the first night. We found a lot of awesome costumes. You can see a lot on our Twitter feed, but I love this costume of the Contemporary Resort. So unique. Like, there's always been some really unique costumes that I see at Mickey's Not So Scary. I love the event so much. It's probably one of my favorite events at Walt Disney World, for sure. They also get some rare characters during the party as well. Like right here, you can see Tarzan, Jane, and Turk are meeting guests over in Adventureland. So it's always kind of a cool time, if you get to go, seek out some of the characters, because there's some that you don't see anywhere else. And, of course, the big thing for Not So Scary is the candy. So this is a look at some of the candy that is being handed out this year's event. Some really good stuff. So you see some Twix, Skittles, M&Ms, Three Musketeers, a lot of good stuff. So definitely stock up on that candy throughout the night because it's included with admission for sure. This year they have a popcorn bucket that is themed to Oogie Boogie. This seemed to be very popular. Every single popcorn stand that I saw that had this available had long lines to get one. So if it's not already sold out by the time your party, you go to the party, try and get one because it looks really nice. And this is a look at some of the mini merchandise that is available for this year. We were there for a media event on Friday night, and you'll see this on a future episode of the show. But you can see they got some great Hocus Pocus merchandise because this year is the 25th anniversary of Hocus Pocus. I actually bought, you can kind of see it right above here, a cauldron mug. So I bought that for Sydney. She wants that Amok shirt. I might, if I get to go to the party again, I might try and get that for her. But some really great merchandise for Not So Scary this year. Of course, Hallowishes is back. Boo-Doo Parade is back. There's some awesome enhancements to some of the rides. You'll see a little bit of that on in the future. The YouTube segment later on in this show. You can check out the videos on our YouTube channel right now. I really, really loved the Space Mountain and the Mad Tea Party layovers for Halloween. So much fun. Pirates was not... It was nice. It wasn't as much as everyone was expecting it to be, but it's still a neat little addition to the queue area there. So, all right. Let's move on into the chat and see what people are talking about. So Kyle is saying that the city of Anaheim said it was moved from locations, so they pull tax credits. They knew. Like I said, I don't know much about the business side of things, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Brian saying, just wait. You think the first night? It was sold out. The Not So Scary on Friday. The very first one was already sold out. So wait, and with everything happening in Halloween Horror Nights this year, it's going to be pretty packed. I guarantee it. Sydney says she wants that Amok shirt. We'll try and get that for you, Sydney. All right, let's move on over to Facebook. Of course, you're watching us live on Facebook right now at Attractions Magazine, but if you're watching this on our replay, that's where you can find us. So this Facebook section is all about a roller coaster tour we did this past week at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. So we were doing this in celebration of National Roller Coaster Day this past week. This is a special limited time tour that they have available. They recently opened up some dates, so you can go over to our website at attractionsmagazine.com to find the link about this tour and sign up for this because it's very limited. I think there's only 4 more dates left, and who knows if they've already sold out at this point. But the best part of this tour is that you get to go on top of SheiKra. So you're there 200 feet in the air. You take this, you'll see the photo in a minute, but you take this special little buggy that goes up the lift hill, and then you get to walk around over here to where they drop you. One of the vehicles is stationed up there, so you can kind of see it. And it's just, the views are breathtaking. It wasn't as scary as I thought, because I can get kind of iffy when it comes to heights, but the walkway there is very wide. You're connected with 2 ropes that you go through all the way down. And there's, if you kind of see over here, you can kind of see between the track, there's some netting there, so that being there, I didn't really feel that scared, that much vertigo while I was up there. But I guarantee you, if you're afraid of heights, you might not want to do this. But I had a blast, like looking down right there into the splash area. This is looking down from the top of the lift hill. The lift hill is really, really steep. You don't really kind of realize how steep that lift hill is, but this is a look at the top of the vehicle that you have to ride in to go up and down the lift hill. And you don't have to do this. There are stairs on the other side of the lift hill that you can walk, but this is a better option than walking up 200 feet. If you get a chance to do this roller coaster tour, I know it's only happening until mid-September, I believe on Saturdays. So if you get a chance, you got to do this. This is so much fun. You also get to go to Cheetah Hunt and go walk around the second launch area for that. You also get to look inside the Tower of Cobra's Curse. You can see all of this on our most recent episode of the Attraction Show from this past Thursday. So go check that out. I loved it so much. Being able to go up on top of SheiKra, just one of those once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. So definitely highly recommend if you get the chance to do this tour. So let's go on over here into the chat. Everyone say hi to Oliver. Thank you so much. Everyone, hello, Nicole. Good to see you. Yeah, that everyone's talking about. Yeah, I'm surprised I was brave enough. Let me tell you a little story. I don't have the photo queued up, but at the top of Shikra, they have these wasp traps because apparently the humming of some of the motors on the lift hill and the chains attracts wasps. So they have several jars around the top of that lift hill area that will trap wasps. And so I didn't really notice that until I was up there. And I'm hooked to the pole. I can't go anywhere. And I have a pretty bad fear of wasps. Like, I'm more scared of wasps than I am of heights. And so I saw that, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I started noticing the wasps that were not trapped. And it was with all of the power in me not to start freaking out because I can't go anywhere, and I'm 200 feet in the air, and I got wasps around me. So that took a lot of strength not to freak out right there. But that's also another warning, too. If you are allergic to wasps or afraid of wasps, you might encounter some at the top of Shikra during this tour. Let's see what everyone is saying in the chat here. Greg is saying a cool fact, even though Haunted Mansion and Magic Kingdom isn't decorated for Halloween, there are several hidden Jacks and Sallys throughout the attraction. It is true. You want to keep an eye out for that, for sure. Yes, and I'm afraid of stinging things. Michael's asking, is it limited to just Shikra, or can you go on top of Montu, etc.? For this tour, it is limited to Shikra. Excuse me, limited to Shikra in terms of getting go on top of the lift hill. The current roller coaster tour that they're offering is a trip to the top of Shikra, followed by a trip down into the second launch track of Cheetah Hunt, and then you get to go into the control tower for Cobra's Curse. So those are the three attractions for this coaster tour. They're not going to any other coasters at this time. They used to do Montu years ago when we covered it back in 2012, so no idea if they're going to continue with this certain tour, add more coasters in the future. Stay tuned to all of our socials to find out. But what you saw there is just limited to this tour, for sure. I am not terrified of singing, Kyle. Hush. Hush you. All right, so... Oh, the chat just went crazy. There we go. All right, let's move over to Instagram. Instagram, you can find us at Attractions Magazine. Got a couple things to talk about here. First off, this is, I was talking about it earlier over Aventura. This is one of the views from the top of Aventura looking over toward the Volcano Bay, Cabana Bay, and iDrive area. It's just such a great. All the rooms also have amazing views. You'll see here in a second what a quick video of one of the room tours. And it is just, yeah, I really love this hotel. I know it's not, a lot of people are kind of hating on it because it's not a themed hotel like many of the other hotels at Universal, but I kind of dig that. I like the minimalist, contemporary, modern type feel to it. So not much to it. It's very sleek. I enjoy that. Like, contemporary has always been one of my favorite resorts at Disney, so Aventura is definitely probably one of my favorite resorts over there at Universal, and the price point is excellent, so... Definitely check it out. If you're not staying there, if you're visiting Universal, hop on a ferry over to Sapphire, walk over to Aventura, and enjoy it. So this is a piece of merchandise that is on sale from the Haunted Mansion right now. A lot of Haunted Mansion merchandise has come out in the past few weeks, with, of course, Halloween coming up in a couple months here. And this is a Hatbox Ghost plush and a Bat plush that's kind of like a kitty version of the bat you see on top of the poles in the queue. And then you see there it glows in the dark as well. So this is on sale for $50 over at Memento Mori in the Magic Kingdom. So it's just really cool. If you're a Haunted Mansion fan, and like, there's a lot of cool Haunted Mansion stuff out there right now. And there's some cool Haunted Mansion photo ops during Not So Scary. If you get a chance to go to the Halloween party this year, you want to keep an eye out for that. All right, so Jamie is asking, do I think the Not So Scary ticket prices will ever go down? I highly doubt it. I mean... some tickets may be cheaper than others for off seasons, but I doubt they're ever going to lower the price, because if they just continue adding more stuff to it, then they'll probably continue adding more to the price point of the party. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So I don't see the prices going down for the tickets anytime soon. All right. Yes, the rooms are so high tech at Aventura. It's pretty cool. You'll see that on this week's attraction show, so you'll want to check that out. Vicky, say hello, Vicky. Marsh family from the UK, love you. Your advice has been great when we go to Florida. Thank you so much, Vicky. I'll get the whole Marsh family. I give you guys love. Thank you guys for always tuning in, and I'm glad to be able to give you any advice. And please feel free to ask. You can reach out to me on Twitter, here on Facebook. Just if you have any questions, let me know. We always love to help out with some vacation planning for sure. All right, so let's go over to YouTube. YouTube, you can find us there at Attractions Magazine. We post videos every single day. So you may have missed one or two over the past week, and if you did, well, here's a little recap of some of the stuff that we've posted. All right, so that is going to do it this week for the Weekly Rewind. Thank you guys so much for tuning in every single week. We are live. If you're watching our replay, we're live every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at facebook.com/attractionsmagazine. We always take a look back at the past week of our social media posts, and I always love doing this. I always love chatting with you guys every single week, and thank you guys always for chatting with me and asking questions. I love to interact with you guys and answer questions. So, yeah, there's only 2 weeks left for Pixar Fest over at Disney California Adventure. I haven't got a chance to do that. I probably won't even get back out there to the D23 Expo next year, but it's good to see that the parade is extended, so that's good to know. Thanks, Greg, for that. All right, so Chrissy, thank you for tuning in. Until next Sunday, guys, go out there, have fun, be safe, and we will see you later.